Hello YouTube, Kazel came back once again, this time with week 8 in my Beginner to Pro series. So we are 2 months into learning how to code. In case you're new to the channel, what I'm basically doing is learning how to code from scratch, no prior experience, no coding experience, no maths experience, and I'm aiming to get a job at some point this year. And I'm recording everything that I'm doing and uploading weekly videos, basically just setting out how I'm getting on. As I mentioned last week, I have now departed from the Udemy course. This project that I'm working on, which is the main highlight of this week, it's the Time Recorder app. This is my first solo project, so this isn't a part of any Udemy course or any of the courses that I've paid for. I'm doing this all on my own, so I don't have an instructor to lean back on. This week I've also spent some time getting things together in preparation for a job search. But getting straight onto it, these are my time entries for the week. So kicking off with Monday and Tuesday, we've got my preparation for a job search. As you can see, spent some time on Monday searching jobs in my local area, which is in the northeast England, but then also down in London, southwest, basically like key employment areas in the UK, because I'm happy to move anywhere in the UK. I'm not really tied to the northeast, although my family's here. I've lived and worked like in London before, and I've lived and worked in other parts of the UK before, so it's not really a big deal if I have to move. So I was just getting a feel for what the job market in the UK looks like. And then on Tuesday, I've had some time with a recruiter just talking about, what it's going to be like for me to get a job as a software developer, how I'm going to do it, what the best plan of action is going to be. And then on Tuesday, also spent time updating my CV. My CV was a few years out of date because I've been in my last job at the law firm for a couple of years now, so I needed to update my CV to account for that job. But then also I'm just trying to work out how to tailor my CV to target tech-related jobs and software development-related jobs instead of legal jobs, which is what I've been doing so far. On Wednesday, I actually got down to some coding, so for the first hour and a half on Wednesday morning, spent some time on my timer app, but then I started to set up a GitHub account and then put some time into learning GitHub. And the reason I did this was because after watching some career advice videos on YouTube and after reading some career advice articles, it's becoming clearer that I need to sort of like pay attention to my GitHub and give my GitHub more attention than I've been giving it, because I think it might be important in a job search. After that, I basically spent the rest of the week working on my Time Recorder project. All in all, this is just over 30 hours for the week, I think, most of which was spent on the Time Recorder project, which I will show you right now. So this is my user login screen, got space for username and password. I've got a sign up screen, so you can create your own account, pull that back to login screen. And if we have a look at the actual dashboard of the app, I have a stopwatch function at the top, where I can basically, put a description in here, start the stopwatch, and the seconds, minutes, hours count down. The idea being that, I'll be able to stop the stopwatch once I've spent, say like an hour doing something, and then it will save the amount of time with the description on my account, and I'll be able to view it next to the day of the week, basically. So I've got the days of the week here on this dashboard, and the idea being that, as I add time to the week, as I sort of like put my descriptions in and I start saving periods of time that I've spent doing stuff, it'll kind of just end up in a list underneath the days of the week. And hopefully what I'm aiming for is to be able to do the time entry part of these videos using this instead of Toggle, which is the web application that I'm using at the minute. Alright guys, that is it. That wraps it up. My first 8 weeks of coding completely on my own at home, being self-taught. That's what I've got to show for it. Well, that and the things I've built in the previous videos, which if you haven't checked out, I would say go and check them out. I basically have put a new project in a video every week, so you can see kind of like how things have been progressing over the past 8 weeks. And also let me know if you were further ahead or further behind than me, if you are also a self-taught, home-based person who's learned how to code. It might be the case that I'm behind the curve and I'm not building stuff that's as complicated as other people. But that wraps it up for week 8, and I will catch you next time for week 9.